Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are continuing to roll with Encounter 3 coverage. Anthony joining you once again, and this is the second feature of Round 2. Of course, there was not a feature in Round 1, so we will see what happens for this first feature. I am just watching the roll-off happen. Okay, that is what's going on. Alrighty, so let's get straight into it. We have Legendary versus Steven, Metroplex versus Cars. Legendary is going second. And revealing the hand off of the city's finest views, we see a Staggering Might, a Supercharge, and a Roll Out. Now, I'm going to pull up Teletrade here so that way I can tell you what city's finest views does. And conveniently, Legendary is explaining this to Steven right now, so I can pull this up. So how this works is that Metroplex has the observation deck station, and at the start of your first turn, you reveal your hand. And the station is, when a melee character takes this station, look at the top card of your opponent's deck. When a ranged character takes this station, do 1 damage to the enemy it's battling. Alrighty, so this is the reveal hand thing, like I mentioned. Steven's going first here, and let me tell you, this deck is annoying. I had to play against this in round 1. I beat the deck, or the team that you're seeing now, but then he went into his sideboard for games 2 and 3, and I just got wrecked. So Windcharger's gonna attack first, going in for 7, blocking 2, taking 5. So, and if you're wondering what the sideboard plan is on Steven's side of the field, it is to swap out Night Racer and Crasher for, Wave 2 Bumblebee. That's what it is. Anyways, draw for turn, flip Metroplex on Legendary side of the field, and then playing Supercharge, and sending Metroplex into Windcharger. Oh my god, what the... Excuse me? What did I just watch? 6 blocking 2, taking 4. Okay, I guess Metroplex decided he had a thermal weaponry today. I guess. No pickups. Oh my god, Ozzy is going to be watching this replay, and he is going to be either screaming at the screen right now, or just cringing beyond belief at what just happened there. Good god. Jesus, we're only 2 features into Encounter 3, and we already have like 5 highlight reel moments between the 2 matches, and that's one of them. Good god. This event's been nuts so far, and I love it. Okay, and now Legendary is saying how in round 1 he only got Metroplex off twice. Good god. Maybe you need to be upside down for Metroplex to work. I don't know. Anyways, moving over to Steven's turn. He's drawn for turn. We do have an all-out turn. Also, I should remind everybody what Crasher does, because that is a very important card in this particular matchup. Crasher's alt mode, once per turn, when two or more, I can speak, characters simultaneously take non-attack damage from an opponent's card, pause, flip Windcharger after untapping it with turbo boosters, draw for Cliff Jumper, draw for Windcharger, has the option to plan. He will not. And there's a Belligerence. Oh, Lord. Anyways, Crasher. When 2 or more characters take non-attack damage from an opponent's card, then either repair 1 damage from each of your characters' damage this way, or do 1 damage to each enemy. Long story short, Crasher negates Metroplex's damage. Anyways, Legendary's doing all his flips now, so the first one, this should not be a thing? This is a suspect speeding up of things. Anyway, so it looks like we're just gonna line everything up here. I guess I'm gonna jump in and tell them not to do that again, because that causes some problems. Also, High Mirage. So, at the end of this, Metroplex ends up with 23 damage. Oh. I was actually just about to jump in and say, let's not do that again for the reason of green swaps. It's also hard to follow, and targeting issues arise. Okay, so Steven's not going to take anything to resolve this issue. So, they have been told not to do that again. We're going to look past this one. This is normally where Techno would jump in, but he is currently not in the call right now, so I am currently the de facto judge here right now. Assuming I'm using that term correctly. As an adverb, in fact, or in effect, whether by right or not. Yeah, so I'm... It's kind of me promoting myself, essentially, but whatever. Anyways, a rollout gets played onto Metroplex, as well as a kinetic intensifier whip before the rollout drops. Scamper is deployed for an additional bold one, and I'm surprised it would not be Slammer there, and Metro's going in, and he looks like he's gonna get the trigger. He got it! He got it, but Crasher is on the field, so the damage will not go through. We just get an untap here. Okay, so, yep, Steven goes for the healing option. Metroplex does no damage here, and everybody is tapped. And Metroplex was into Crasher. 13. Blocking 3. Dead on the nose. Metroplex is free to just go off. Pretty good swing there if you're legendary. You are sitting at 24 damage, though, so you're only at 11 health remaining. Not ideal against a more aggro deck, but things are at least looking somewhat decent. And then Cliff Jumper going into the station, looking at a Leap into Battle on the top of the deck. It would be handy for something like Paralyzo Box, but I don't think he's playing that. Or he probably is, but I just haven't seen it. 5, blocking 4, taking 1 on Cliff Jumper was the target. And no greens on legendary side of the field. And we have an untap. And Scamper will get booted out of out of the observation deck. And we will go ahead and move over to Steven's turn. So at this point, who do you send in here? You send in Night Racer, you reserve some... Night Racer has a... You probably send in Night Racer, because Wind Charger does have a slightly better stat line. Actually, you keep Wind Charger alive because he's a draw engine. He's a draw 2 off of his flip to bot mode. So yeah, I think the move here is going to be to try and just juice up Night Racer as much as possible, and then send her into Metroplex, get as much damage on him, send Wind Charger into Scamper, because I'm pretty sure Legendary's going to do that. There's no reason you would send in Metroplex first in this situation. And then send in Wind Charger into Scamper, get rid of him, and then have Cliff Jumper go after Plex. At least that's how I see this going. Steven could be thinking something else entirely. I have no idea. But if I were in his position, I'd be sending Night Racer into Metroplex with as many boosts as humanly possible. If you don't have any boosts, you might be able to get away with going into Scamper. But, actually, it would probably... Actually, now that I think about it a bit more, and Ozzy is probably screaming at me for not understanding Metroplex, you probably... Oh. He had 2 belligerents! And he is going to go into Metroplex. Okay, with the belligerents, I agree with that completely. If he didn't have the belligerents, or the erratic lightning for that matter, I would have said go into Scamper. Going in for 9, blocking 1, taking 8 up to 32 if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 32. Okay, so Metroplex is on pretty low health right now. Oh, wait a minute. That's why he didn't deploy Slammer earlier, because Crasher was on the field. I'm stupid. So now you flip Metroplex. There's the escape route. And did Legendary just get muted? Hold on. Legendary, if you're saying something, we can't hear you right now. Okay, we're good. So escape route is deploying, Slammer, so everybody on Steven's side of the field takes one. And is Legendary gonna go for the Metroplex swing here? Flip back Metro. He now has Bold 4, plus Bold 2 from his 2 minions, so Bold 6. He's likely gonna get the trigger here, and he may just send in Metroplex here. But is that the right call, given how low of health he has? I honestly think you just send in Scamper here. Oh, no, he's gonna send in Slammer with a Javelin. Okay, now that with the Javelin being present, I agree with this. Oh, wait, he is going for Metroplex. Once again, this shows I have no idea how to play Metroplex. My brain cannot handle the machinations required to pilot this thing correctly. And we've got to reshuffle over on Legendary side of the field. And while that's happening, I'm going to keep unwrapping all these card packs for Twilight Imperium. We've got the piles and the cuts. Okay, yep, there is the trigger. So both guys become tapped. Everybody takes a damage. Blocking 1. And that was on Night Racer. So 11. Blocking 1, taking 10. That is a dead Night Racer. Okay, so now... Wait, hold on. Oh, there's the die on Windcharger. He blended into the card. So Windcharger has 6 health remaining. But the problem is everybody except Night Racer's in car mode. Dropping Staggering Might for escape route. And now do you send the minions into Cliff, or do you go after Windcharger? Windcharger only has 1 defense and less health. Cliffjumper is a bigger threat, but has more defense. The magic number... Okay, he is going to send Slammer into Windcharger. And Slammer will jump in the observation deck station. It will do a damage to the enemy he's battling. Going in for 6, blocking 3, take 3. That is a dead Windcharger. Okay, he got it in 1 swing, so now he's free to get a bit of damage on Cliffjumper. Though, Cliff will be swinging back next turn with +2 attack, and very likely will kill Metroplex unless Legendary gets another all-blue swing like we saw at the start of the game, which is extremely unlikely at this point. Cliffjumper will only take 1 damage from that attack. We will untap, boot Slammer out of the station, and go over to... Steven's turn. Cliff is probably flipping this turn, unless Steven's just holding on to a rapid conversion and we have no idea about it. Yep, Cliff flips the bot mode, so there's that. Force Field on Cliff, that helps matters, but I'm pretty sure there's at least a couple Bashing Shields floating around on Legendary's side. Are you kidding me? A 3rd belligerence this game! Are you kidding me? This is absolutely insane. Oh, and sure, he actually has a decent defense flip, too. Drop escape route for backup beam. Metroplex is gone. So, belligerence, I guess. And I can tell both Naga and Ozzy are just screaming at the camera, or screaming at the screen right now, like, ban this card, ban this card. And I refuse to comment any further on that issue. Anyways, Flip Scamper, no scrapping of any armor because Metroplex is very much not alive. And there's a backup beam, no bashing shield. And I cannot figure out if that's a secret action or not. I don't think it is. 6 going into 2. 3 actually, because of that that leap into battle that was flipped. And we've got a cut on Steven's side. And that cut is going on. Block 3, take 3. That's a pretty good swing if you're Slammer. And rollout is getting traded for backup beam. I almost said, I almost just completely horked that pronunciation up. And then going in for 6. 6 blocking 3, take 3, alrighty. Up to 10. Now, if Steven has a way to do 3 direct damage, which I'm not sure he does, I think Legendary will have this. I think that was a processor Steven picked up there. And Steven's thinking. Flipping Night Racer into bot mode in the KO area. Steven's looking at the number of cards in Legendary's hand. That cannot be a good thing. Javelin onto Cliff. Does he have a Cayman? If he does, I think he wins this. No, he doesn't have the Cayman! Oh, no! He doesn't have the Cayman. I think that's a Game 1 win for Legendary. So going into Scamper, throwing the Javelin at Slammer. Going in for 10. That is very much overkill. And, yeah, Scamper is very dead. And dropping backup beam for Bashing Shield for whatever little that does with Cliff B. I almost called him Grav something because I was looking at the Gravity Drive card for Twilight Imperium. Bash Shield off the Force Field as an insult. Might as well. And then send in Slammer. Can he do 2 damage? Going in for 5. 2 more cards to flip because of a white icon. 5 blocking 3, take 2. That is a dead Cliff Jumper and will finish off the flips before declaring Legendary the winner here. I don't like to jump the gun on this stuff. Taking 2 on the nose, and there's a Game 1 win for Legendary with Crasher on the field. Wow! Can we just talk about how Belligerence was just insistent on, like, ruining this game, and Legendary is just like, nah. I'm just laughing here at, again, you heard me. I was talking to everybody in the chat, just like, oh, Belligerence is gonna ruin this game, but no, Legendary still managed to win this damn thing. Hold on. Alrighty. Legendary, will you side any characters? I know you have a copy of Fort Max in there. Steven, would you like to sideboard and torment Legendary the same way you tormented me? Alrighty, you may begin sideboarding battle cards. Steven will not sideboard and Torment Legendary with Trusted Lieutenant B like he did with me in round 1. But we'll see what happens. Legendary is going through his sideboard right now. Alrighty, who is all in this call? Oh, God, we actually got a pretty good amount of viewers on the Discord right now. So we're going through the sideboard thing, and actually, while I have a moment here, I just want to remind everybody that Saturday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern are our open play nights. Just bring your jank to the table, have some fun, get some matches in, get some server currency for if you end up playing at least 2 matches, and you will be able to redeem those for professionally printed cards. It's a good time overall, so be sure to join the Discord server at the link on screen or in the description if you're watching the YouTube or your upload of this. Come play casual on Saturday nights starting at 7 p.m. Eastern. And yes, I know that was way more off the script than normal, but I do not feel like pulling up the script right now, so I'm just gonna be a typical lazy American. Anyways, this is all going on. And I do definitely think Steven made the right call at not siding out Crasher. That's going to cause some problems early on for Legendary, and that might get... And we almost saw that in this game. That almost gave Steven enough time to be able to just set everything up so that way he could punt Metroplex and then get the minions off the field as quickly as possible. So I think keeping Crasher here is definitely the correct decision. So, shuffling up here, and I just noticed something on a Twilight Imperium card that I never noticed before. That is a substantial improvement. Has he flipped Grimlock yet? No, he has not. Again, he's not siding into the copy of Grimlock that he obviously has in his sideboard. Because, I mean, that's how it works. If you're playing a deck that does not have a side character, you play Grimlock, I guess. I don't know. We're getting the cuts here. And looks like we are almost done. Secret Volcanicus. Yes, Volcanicus is totally the sideboard character because sideboarding an entire combiner is totally legal, right? Right? Anyway, showing the hand off City's finest views. Steven's going first, flip Night Racer, draw a card. Hand is escape route, rollout, height advantage. A lot of actions there. Legendary has to hope he either flips a backup beam or draws a kinetic intensifier whip here, and the former did not happen. So blocks 3, takes 5 off of this initial 7 attacks, or 8 attack swing from Night Racer. I know how math works, I swear. Draw for turn. Flip Metro. And there's height advantage for bolts 4. So he's just gonna punch I almost said Night Racer. Wind Charger in the face. Oh, he missed it by a white. 12 attack, though. 12 blocking 4, taking 8. Steven, why do you insist on playing such a smattering of blues in your deck? This has happened every event. Steven plays an orange deck, but then smatters just enough blues into it where stuff like this happens. Honestly, Steven is, like, single-handedly defining the game during this season. Like, it is just nuts. Like, he's He's popularized the wide meta, and he's also I think he will popularize playing a few smatterings of blue in a heavy orange deck. If it hasn't already been popularized. Grenade launcher leap into battle on cliff. We might be having a fairly quick game 2 here, not gonna lie. Them cars gonna go ham this turn, you're not wrong. So that's 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. Blocking 3. Taking 11. Going up to 16? 16. And then Night Racer going in. Dropping Escape Route for a backup beam. And going in for 5. Block 3, take 2. Up to 18. Imagine if he had Start Your Engines, Nitro Boosters, or Turbo Boost. Oh my god, that'd be nutty right now. Going in for 3. And block 2, take 1. Up to 19. And somehow that was less effective. Or no, I was about to say, that was less effective than Belligerence. But everything with Belligerence is going to be more effective. What am I saying? Anyways, Metroplex comes out of that with, I believe, 5 less damage than he did last game. So that's actually a good thing for Legendary. So now let's see if he's going to be able to get Crasher off the board this turn. Hit and run. Move a damage over to Crasher by flipping Metro. And then probably deploying Scamper like we saw last game. Oh, yep, he almost deployed Slammer, but nope, that is not the correct play with Crasher on the field, so deploy Scamper. And there's a backup beam. And flip and swing. Going into Crasher, just like we saw last game. White icon and then bold 2 and bold 1. And he did get the trigger. So, base 2, bold 2, white icon, bold 1, high mirage. Going in for 9, it looks like. So, everybody gets tapped. Oh, he scampered. Yeah, because Slammer does nothing on this board with Crasher on the field. Although, it would have baited out the negate from Crasher, essentially, and allowed Metroplex to do one to everybody. But at the same time, it's better to save that maybe for later. Honestly, you could go either way for this. I'll let Ozzy chime in the comments on the YouTube re-upload of this as to whether deploying Scamper or Slammer here was the better play. I honestly think you can go either way in this case. Scamper also at Crasher. And Crasher's at 7, so she is not dead. Okay, so Crasher is still alive. That's a problem. Now, the question is Legendary playing Tripwire? If he is, he might be able to send Scamper into Crasher this turn. If he isn't, he's in a very weird situation. At the very minimum, he does have half his health remaining on Metroplex compared to only having 11 left at this point last game. So he's at least in a better spot right now. It's just a matter of, is Steven going to be able to capitalize on the fact that Crasher is not dead here by just going ham this turn and setting up a position where Crasher cannot die unless Legendary's sitting on a Tripwire. Because, yeah, that's the only tap option here. Throttle and Tackle do not work in this situation. And I never thought I'd be wondering if Throttle or Tackle were legitimate options, but given the wide meta and needing to tap certain characters, it's honestly not a bad consideration for some decks. Okay, it looks like we're going to see a Wind Charger flip to alt mode. Flip Wind Charger to alt mode. There it is. Ramming speed the backup beam. Okay, I like this, kind of. Okay, so now... Yep, honestly, I think you send in Wind Charger here. Actually, do you send in Wind Charger here? Because, again, he is a draw 2 on flip to bot mode. And there's the axe. And Wind Charger will go into Metro, so a bit of a sacrificial offering here. Going in for 8 Pierce 2. Hi, Mirage. Taking 7, going up to 18, 19, 25. And Legendary will draw for turn. No greens on either player's side of the field, even though I'm pretty sure I saw an escape route on Legendary side of the field. Probably signals he still has that rollout in hand. And he's going, looking through the scrap pile for something. Probably figuring out how many of specific icons he has. Probably white icons is what he's looking for here. He's got something in mind. Escape route to flip Metro. Oh, he's thinking about Slammer, but 6-gun wouldn't be a bad option here. Deploy Slammer. Will Crasher negate? Crasher negates. Okay, Metroplex is able to use his bot mode this turn to do damage. And then he goes flying across the table. Here I come to save the day. I don't know why I just did that. No bold action. Ooh. Metro throwing the Javelin at Crasher. That is not an alive on 1 in the sense of the meme, because that was done with non-attack damage. Anyways, Metro is going into Wind Charger currently for 9. He's 1 white and 1 blue away from getting it. He has 3 more cards to flip. He has 3 cards to get a blue and a white. He probably could do that, but I'm not going to say for certain. Also, while he's shuffling, I'd just like to talk about the OI sleeves here. I am very adverse to art sleeves because of the old style of sleeves they included in Pokemon Elite Trainer boxes. But these are just absolutely fantastic. Does he need to get the blue? He got it! He got it! Base 2. He got the trigger. Crasher is dead because, again, Crasher's alt mode is only once per turn. So Legendary absolutely made the right call bringing out Slammer there, that's for sure. And then Wind Charger is probably dead here, because that is 9 attack. Drop, take the shot for a backup beam. Good pickup. And Wind Charger is defo dead. And we will go ahead and move over to Steven's turn. Okay, we have a bit of confusion going on here. Okay, so a bit of confusion there regarding Crasher being KO'd and all that nonsense. So now, okay, we've gotten that resolved. Crasher and Wind Charger are dead already. As I was saying about art sleeves, I was very adverse to them, but the OI sleeves have changed my mind on matte art sleeves specifically. Glossy art sleeves, I still do not like. Which is why I'm actively considering using these Fusion Strike sleeves that I got in an Elite Trainer box the other day. Also, fun fact, I'm getting back into Pokemon, so maybe expect some videos on that soon. Scamper going in, I did not catch the target. Drop a Pocket Processor for a Bashing Shield, but nobody's taking damage. Slammer going into Cliff Jumper, hopping in the station, doing a damage to Cliff. Okay, dropping something for a Severed Combiner hand on the greens. And then Cliff takes a damage. And then swinging for 5. Blocking 3. Oh my god. The amount of blues in Steven's deck. Metroplex has 10 health remaining. This is looking very good for Legendary right now. That's all I'll say. We're getting the cut here. Block 5. And no damage is dealt. We will untap, so... Out of all that, Wind Charger and Crasher are dead. Cliff Jumper has a point of damage. Wait a minute. Hold on. Shouldn't Cliff Jumper and Night Racer each have a point of damage from the Metroplex trigger? Okay, so Cliff has taken 2 damage and Night Racer has taken 1. Good thing we caught that. Anyways, moving over to Steven's turn. Honestly, I think this is a situation where you flip Cliff Jumper and then send Night Racer in here. Then next turn after Night Racer dies, you're able to flip her in the KO area, get the full +3 on Cliff Jumper right away, and then start sending him in. Flipping Night Racer. Wait, why are you flipping Night Racer? What? Oh, there's a force field. Oh, that makes things interesting. 5 Pierce 4. Oh, there's a bigger they are in the Metroplex. Oh, no. 6 Pierce 4. 6 Pierce 4. 6, block 3, take the Pierce 4. Up to 29. Legendary will draw for turn. Flip Metroplex, deploy 6 gun. So now he probably sends one of the minions in as a sacrificial offering here. Backup beam on Metro. And 6 gun going in. Yeah, he doesn't provide bold, so he's a little bit expendable at the moment. Well, he doesn't provide bold in this mode. No damage is dealt. It dropping an improvised shield for a backup beam. Draw for turn. Metroplex has 6 health remaining. If Cliff flips this turn, he gets +2. That's fine. And Legendary is now regretting not putting 6 gun in the station. He is ranged, so he would get the free ping on Night Racer, though Slammer then wouldn't have been able to get it on Cliff, which could be significant. Flipping Night Racer to bot mode. Oh, drawing a card off Cliff. Okay, that makes sense. Severed Combiner hand coming down onto Cliff. Now, we saw this with Ultra Jet back in Encounter 1, but if you're not familiar with Severed Combiner hand, it's a white-green +1 defense armor. While the upgraded character is defending against an enemy that has Pierce, reduce that enemy's Pierce total by 1. If that enemy has 17 stars or more, reduce that enemy's Pierce total by 3 instead. While the upgraded character is defending against an enemy that has 17 or more stars, the upgraded character has +2 defense. So basically, if you're defending against somebody with 16 stars or less, you get +1 defense, -1 Pierce. Against anybody with 17 stars or more, it's +3 defense and -3 Pierce. Tripwire on Slammer. And this is where Steven wishes he had a Javelin so he could just punch 6 gun and kill Slammer here. So because of the tripwire, I honestly think you go into... Going into 6-gun, yeah, that does negate the bold 2, essentially, so I think that is the correct call. Going in for 5. Hi, Mirage. 3 most magical words in the English language. You know them. You love them. Alive on 1. And we'll go over to Legendary's turn. Unfortunately, he cannot flip both Metroplex and 6-gun this turn, so flipping Metroplex will have to do. Backup beam on Scamper. Okay, that helps with finishing off Night Racer here, I presume. Metro going into Cliff. That makes sense. So base 2, bold 2, bold 2, white. Icon got the trigger. Everybody will take a damage. Swing is for 8. Take the shot for Bashing Shield. Scamper will swing. Going into Night Racer. Going in for 4. Reshuffling, going in for 6. 6 blocking 2, taking 4. So Night Racer's up to 6, Cliff's up to 5. We've got a cut here. And Legendary will not pick up any greens, and we will go over to Steven's turn. And I just had a panic attack there because I was trying to find a upgrade for Twilight Imperium, and I couldn't find it, but it was just shuffled in with a whole bunch of other things it shouldn't have been. Anyways, moving over to Steven's turn. Night Racer still has Force Field as an option. It would leave her alive on 1, so I would not consider that alive on 1 in the sense of the meme. Oh, 6-gun would have done a damage to... So 6-gun, we forgot to do the 6-gun damage, so that does damage to Cliff, so they're both on 6. And Legendary's now talking about how he never has 6-gun out. Let's be real, who doesn't? Or who does have 6-gun out ever? Erratic Lightning on Night Racer. So Night Racer is going to be used as a sacrificial offering here. Probably is going to send into Metro. Bigger they are on Night Racer. Yeah, Flip Cliff. Yep. So he's got +2 for this next swing. +3 if Night Racer dies, which she probably will. Currently, 9 into Metroplex. 10, 11. 11 Pierce 4. 11, blocking 3. Taking 8. And that's 24, 29. I think that's a Metroplex kill. Not going to pick anything up. And yep, Metro is dead. Will not have a free wheel turn here. This is going to cause all sorts of problems. Draw for turn. Now, who do you send in here? Flip 6-gun. That's +2 attack. Makes sense. Bash off the fort. Bashing off the combiner hand? What? Actually, the guys are small enough where it probably doesn't matter. 6 gun into Night Racer. 7. 7 blocking 2. Nope. It's 7 blocking 1, a -1 defense from Erratic Lightning. Whoops. I had that backwards in my head, my bad. Anyways, I thought, I don't know why, but I thought that more damage wouldn't cause Force Field to trigger, so either way, Legendary, or, not Legendary, Night Racer's alive on 1. So anyways, now that we've gotten our I'm a total idiot moment out of the way this stream, flip Night Racer. Oh, Legendary. Oh, if 6 gun had gone into the station earlier, it would have done a damage to Night Racer. Oh, that would be making a world of difference right now. Processor on Cliff. Ramming, speeding off the backup beam on Scamper. Cliff going into 6 gun. That is a dead 6 gun. Doesn't even matter the attack value. He's got him here. Alrighty. Can Scamper and Slammer win the game for Legendary? Up. He just drew something. Flip Scamper. Doesn't do anything because Metroplex is dead. Okay, he didn't draw anything. Interesting. So, Slammer into Night Racer. Holy crap, that's a flip. So Night Racer is dead. Drop a rollout for a hold the line for what little that does. Scamper in. Oh, hi, Mirage. 3. Blocking 4. And then roll out, drop for an escape route. This could still go either way now that I'm really looking at the board. Draw and draw for processor. Also, I just realized there could be a possibility that Legendary did draw something good, but he didn't want to commit to it this turn in order to make sure that Steven doesn't go after the character that has the bonuses. Yeah, honestly, given the board state, I think that's what Legendary was doing. I think he has something good in hand, but he's choosing to hold it so that way Steven has a harder time figuring out who to go after and making sure that he is able to use whatever it is he has in hand. Leap into battle on Cliff. Going for 11 into Scamper. And I think Scamper is dead. We have the cuts, and that's a dead Scamper. Who would have seen that coming? I certainly couldn't have. And now comes the question. Does Legendary actually have something in hand? If he does, he very likely has this game. Alright, Slammer. Draw for turn. Backup beam. And, I wonder what that secret is. Slammer going in. Base 2, white icon, bold 2. Not the flip you want to see. Going in for 4. Blocking 3, taking 1. We have an untap. I feel like Steven has this. Draw and draw for processor. Just play the Cayman and end this. Here comes the Cayman. Steven's asking if he has 2 health left. That's even more insulting. Just a tripwire. Enough. Going in for enough here. Hold the line. The tripwire did nothing. Haha. Going in for 8. Blocking 4. Take dead. And that is a Game 2 win for Steven. And we're going to Game 3. Holy crap. The power of a live on 1. What can I say? Anyways, Legendary, will you be going first or second? Steven, would you like to sideboard? Going for it. I like it. Legendary, will you side into the copy of Grimlock that you clearly have in your sideboard? Alrighty, you may begin siding battle cards. And this, dear viewer, is where things went a little unexpected, for lack of a better term. Long story short, we streamed Game 3 during the actual feature itself when that got streamed, which was what you just watched. However, at the beginning of Game 3, Legendary accidentally made a significant error and deployed Slammer after flipping Metroplex to bot mode. Nobody caught it in the call at the time. There were 7 of us in there. It was only caught after the fact, and after Zero approached Legendary and Steven about the situation, it has been decided that we are going to replay Game 3 from the point of Steven declaring he was going to go first to Game 3. So he's sticking with Bumblebee for this for reasons of fairness, according to him. So we will see how this plays out. And I can assure you I am going to be watching Legendary like a hawk during this. Which is ironic considering, you know, my name within the community. Anyways, the sideboarding process is currently going on. We are allowing both players to sideboard as though Game 2 had just happened. So a bit of a weird situation, but it is being resolved. And hence why you see a jump cut. Or you saw a jump cut. I can speak. Alrighty, let me get my headset on. And I'm going to tell the players they're ready to go. Just as a heads up, you are clear to get started whenever you want. Alrighty. Now we just wait and for the sideboarding to conclude. I may just fast forward through this because this is a recording. Alrighty, and here we go, and let's see how it goes. Steven is still going first, as I implied a moment ago. And the starting hand off City's Finest Views is, oh my god, what the... I think I don't know what to think here. This is interesting to say the least. 2 supercharge and a height advantage. Good God. Flipping beat a bot mode. Drawing a card. And then send Wind Charger in. Yep, sending Wind Charger in. I mean, this is about as predictable as it gets. Going in for 8. 8 block 3, take 5. Okay, so I was silent there because I was stunned that another attack from Steven on turn 1 did 5 damage. This happened all 3 games during me and Steven's match in round 1, and now it's happening here, so it's just... Flip Metroplex, height advantage, not deploying anybody because Metro is not Blaster, and there's a white icon. So, base 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, white icon, high Mirage, going in for 9 into Wind Charger, and everybody will tap. So it's 9 attack into 3 defense. So Wind Charger will take 6. Yep. So up to 7. Not ideal, but it works. And Legendary will not pick up that escape route. I don't know why. Did he just draw one, maybe? I don't know. Anyways, moving over to Steven's turn. There's an untap. He'll draw for turn. You probably send Wind Charger in after flipping him to bot mode. Flip him. Yep, draw and draw for, again, plan 1 as well. So if you're sitting on an improvised, should be able to get a decent swing on Metro here. Is he going to plan, though? Oh, his hand is bleeding just a slight bit, but it's not enough to where you can make it out. He was trying to flip Bumblebee, but both me and Legendary were about to jump in at the same time and let him know you already flipped Wind Charger, so yeah. Anyway, so now that that has been resolved, action and upgrade are still available. Again, I think you send in Wind Charger here just to act as a sacrificial offering, so on the next turn when Metro untaps, you can just throw Bumblebee into Metro without having to worry about the minion that Legendary is I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to deploy this turn. Or next turn, I should say, technically. Force Field on Bumblebee. Anglemois. Oh. That makes things a lot more interesting. Bumblebee is not melee in that mode. Never mind. Okay, so it's instead going to be a bigger they are. So the attack is currently 8 Pierce 4. Not going to scrap an action. So 8 Pierce 4, 8 Pierce 4. Base 2, white icon. 8 blocking 4, take 4. Up to 9, and there's an escape route. If he doesn't pick this up, that is a clear indicator he has something in hand. And he's thinking about it. Okay, he has it. He has to have a flip card. He would not be leaving 2 escape routes go otherwise. So he probably is sitting on a rollout or something. Albeit the force field on B is going to be a bit of a problem, but honestly, that's probably not the biggest concern Legendary has right now. Again, with Metro, it's about can you get a minion out to keep that conga line going. And again, the fact that he skipped 2 escape routes is highly suspect. And you have to go into B here, so you really don't have any tactical options. Do you just drop another supercharge and try to get another untap without, or another tap out without having to deploy a minion, maybe? But at Bold 3, that's risky. Like, Legendary barely got it with Bold 4 last time. Bold 3 is going to be even more of a high-risk play. Because we know he's still on both of those supercharges. He could have afforded to drop one for Escape Route. Okay, there's the rollout. Deploy Slammer. All guys take a damage. And then flipping Metro back to bot mode. Cannot play Supercharge. If he has a backup beam, that would at least be something. But it does not look like he does. So at this point, you just send Metro into B first. Pop the Force Field. Tap everyone out. Maybe hits Wind Charger with Slammer just to get a body off the field. Oh! He's going to send Slammer into B. That is very unusual. Oh my! 7, blocking 2, take 4 off of the force field. Double oranges off of Slammer. Good God. If you're Legendary, you love to see it. If you're Steven, you hate to see it. Alrighty, so moving over to Steven's turn. Draw for turn. You have B available for an extra action play. It's just a matter of, is that the correct move right now, with Slammer being the guy that got that got sent in. Because if you're in Steven's position, you probably try to charge up Cliff Jumper if possible, and then send Wind Charger into Slammer, though it is a even match of attack and defense here, so you're actually probably will need a boot. I think he's still sitting on that Angle Maw, actually, so playing that on Wind Charger would not be the worst idea in the world. Flip Wind Charger to alt mode, that's decent. I mean, you get +1 attack, so that makes it now so the magic number is... So the magic number we're looking for with Slammer is 6. Currently has 4 attack. Okay, Energon Axe. That helps. So now you could play some sort of support action instead of something that's an offensive boost. Because now the attack is 7, blocking 3, taking 4. He has the magic number hit, assuming Legendary doesn't flip any blues, but of course, Metroplex is Cloud Vomit, so anything is possible, so... Gotta keep that into consideration while you're taking into... while you're trying to figure out what the action play is going to be. So the Angle Maw is definitely... The Angle Maw is not the play here with that axe now. And now we're getting a look through Legendary scrap pile. I'm thinking he's looking for double blues. We saw a handheld. And there's a Lion Weight, so there's still a couple of double blues floating around in the deck. Oh, Steven is really struggling with the decision there. Head-on collision, so he's going in for 10 here. Let's see what the flip is. 11, white icon. 11, blocking 6, take 4. Oh, no, take 5. Without the head-on collision, that's 8 blocking 6. He would have been alive on 1. That head-on collision saved him. I'm going to jump in quick. Yeah, Slammer would have been alive on 1 without that head-on collision. Good call. So, yeah, I had to jump in there and mention that, because that was just nutty. Staggering Might on Metro. And there's a Supercharge. Ooh, Bold 4, I believe that is. With a +1 attack bonus. And there's a white icon. He needs 1 more blue. And he doesn't get it! So, hi, Mirage. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 into B. 13 blocking 2, take 11. And Bumblebee will be KO'd. Drop Improvised for backup beam. Alrighty, no greens on either side of the field, it seems. So now, Steven's turn. Windcharger will flip to bot mode. Draw. Draw for Windcharger himself. So sitting at 8 health with an axe. Cliffjumper has to attack here. If you have that Angle Mod, be a good... oh, Brainstorm. I smell Angle Mod belligerence. I smell Angle Mod belligerence. Oh, start your engines. That's still pretty good. Oh, he's thinking hard about this. There's the belligerence. I knew it. And a grenade launcher on Cliff. Oh, no. Oh, no. This is gonna hurt. So, 7, 8, 9. 9 going in. Blocking 1, taking 8. Oh, there's a chance Legendary could survive this. Hold on a second. So that is 17. I genuinely think Legendary can survive this. Wait a minute. Hold on. How many cards did you flip on that last defense, Legendary? Okay, so we just forgot a Staggering Might Tough trigger. Legendary will not pick up any greens, and now Cliff going in. It's 5, 9, 11. And we got a reshuffle on Legendary side of the field. No, he may not combine into Captain Omega. For the record, we are recording this after the first video of 2023 over on the main channel. Yeah, I don't know why I agreed to play against Captain Omega. That was a terrible decision on my part. And hi, Mirage. Supercharge for escape route. And how much damage is he taking from that? Okay. So he's now sitting at 27 damage. Legendary could still win this, but he needs a few things to go his way. Mainly, he needs to punt Cliffjumper this turn. We have an untap. Draw for turn. So he basically needs escape route, backup beam, and he's got the escape route. Deploy Scamper. There's the bold one. Flip back. Does he have the backup beam? There's the backup beam! He has it! Now again, yep, then he goes into Cliffjumper. He has to. If he goes in... Windcharger is a waste of an attack here. He can just send Scamper in to pick him off, and he gets the trigger! So that's... So they both take a damage. The magic number is currently 9 plus 3, 12. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12! Did he get it? 12? Block 3. Take 9. He got it! He got it! And there goes Cliffjumper. And now Windcharger has 2 health remaining. Scamper has a chance. Scamper going in. The magic number is currently 3. And this, dear viewer, is where I jump in to tell you that this is where our court-mandated Hawk is a total idiot moment decided to happen this video. Why is that, you ask? Well, after I said the magic number was 3 to KO Windcharger, I randomly thought he had 12 total health instead of 11, thinking he was alive on 3 as a result. So all of what I end up saying for the next few seconds is completely meaningless, so you're just going to have to ignore that and watch the game as it happened. In fact, I would actually encourage you to mute the video until this point, so that way you don't have to listen to me screaming my derriere off for literally no reason. Gets the double orange, going in for 4, I believe. 4 blocking, 1. Oh, he's got one more flip! 4 blocking, 1, take 3. Yeah, this is dead on the nose. If Steven flips a blue, it's alive on 1. Oh, is it gonna be a blue? Is it gonna be a blue? Oh, wait. No, wait. He has 12 health. He doesn't have 12 health. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. He has 11 health. I thought he had 12 for some reason. I thought, okay, well, that is not my finest moment. I was freaking out over nothing. Whoops. That's gonna end up on the low light reel, that's for sure. Good God. Anyway, so we can actually put this up for real this time and laugh at the fact that I cannot count. That, and I don't remember how much health Windcharger has, I guess. But not the first time I've completely forgotten how much health a character has. Skytread much? Anyways, with that being said, that will do it for this broadcast / video. I don't really know what you want to refer to this as, because there's a live segment that was recorded, and then there's a fully recorded segment. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. But if you enjoyed what you saw here today, there's a little red button. You can push it down below to show that. And be sure to go push the little purple button over on the Twitch page if you want to see more of these live. We will be back with the Round 3 feature within the next couple of days. And, yeah, we've had some really good matches thus far. Even with this requiring a redo of Game 3, it was still a really insane match. So things are going good in Encounter 3. I mentioned this in another video, but there are just so many anti-meta calls being made by everybody that just nobody knows what's going on, and it's turning the game less from a game based on matchups to a game just more based on player skill. So that is really good to see, although I am getting clobbered because my deck was not prepared for certain things. But we will talk about that later, and for now, that will do it for this video. Peace out, y'all.